Guys, I'm so pumped for Star Wars. I can't wait. How many months is it? Not 8 months? Yeah, I think it's like 8 months away. Uh, uh, it looks good. I remember when I watched the Last Jedi trailer. I didn't like it. The look of it. It just didn't look good to me. It wasn't very appealing. And then when I watched it, I was very disappointed. And it did kind of split me in half a little bit. I mean, there's parts of it I do like, for sure, but you know, I'm not gonna get into it 100% because I'll be sitting here all day ranting about it. But but yeah, I can't wait for that. It'll be awesome. It's another crappy day, but hey, it's only the morning, so it might clear out, and we could probably go on another adventure today if it gets sunny out. What do you guys think? If not, I know I keep saying it. I keep saying I was gonna keep doing my Pokemon Crystal, but I keep putting it off. I'll probably do it tonight. That's what I'm probably gonna do. So I'm gonna check the weather, see what it's gonna be like today. I might be going discing with my friend. So if it's nice out, that's probably what I'm gonna go do. I'm not sure if I'm gonna record it or not, because I'm not I always ask them if it's okay, and if they're not okay with it, I don't record. But he'd probably be pretty cool with it if I asked him. So let's hope we can go discing today, right? Do you like looking up my nostrils, guys? Woo! So of course it's gonna snow apparently. Oh jeez, I just love living in Michigan. Thank you weather. So I guess it's probably a big no on going discing. So it's really disappointing. Meh. What should I do, guys? I don't know what to do. I'm running out of ideas. Alright guys, so the best way into Mordor, I would say, is... Where is it? I can't even find it. There you go. So apparently... Oh, holy shit, what was that? Okay, that seriously scared... Ooh, it's dark. Seriously scared the shit out of me. Oh, my bike. This is my bike, guys. Nothing to worry about. But I thought someone was like breaking in my house for a second. God, it scared me. Anyway, back to Mordor. So yeah, you got to be careful of that big ass spider though. But I mean, if Frodo and Sam can do it, I'm pretty sure we can do it, guys. Pretty sure. Yeah. So this is more detailed. So if we want to destroy the One Ring, guys, it looks like the best Minas Tirith, yeah, past Minas Morgul, and the tower. Now, dude, guys, I hate giant spiders, so I don't know why wouldn't. Yeah, it looks pretty closed off. I'm just about to say, I mean, it's probably still desert here. But I say, why don't they just go like all the way around and then go? That would probably just take forever. Oh god. Stay. Anyway, this book's super cool. It's like one of my favorite books. So it shows you like the height of everything. It even shows you like the weather patterns and all kinds of junk in here. It tells you everything. It's like the Atlas of Tolkien's Middle Earth. Super awesome. Oh wow! Yeah. So that's where the big battle was. Also shows you like plot points too, like breaking up the Fellowship. Let's hunt some orc. It's my favorite line. I'm pretty sure. Well, There's a lot of good lines. You shall not pass is probably the best one. Meeting with Gollum. Yeah, I just love going through this. It's so fun. So if you guys don't know, I think my 3 favorite movie franchises have got to be Lord of the Rings. It's number 1 for sure. Star Wars is definitely number 2. And what would be number 3? I'm just kidding. It's Jurassic Park, guys. Actually, that is number 1. Actually, oh, it's hard. It's hard. Jurassic Park is number 1 for sure. I mean, I really like the first 2 a lot. And don't get me wrong, Jurassic World's pretty cool. I like the second Jurassic World more than I like the first one. But for like how franchises go, probably Lord of the Rings. It's close, but I would have to say Lord of the Rings is my favorite. Then Jurassic Park. Then Star Wars. Those 3 are like my top favorite things, like movies ever in the whole history of movies. I don't know. It's such a bad view. I don't know why I'm filming like this. I actually love Lord of the Rings so much that I mean, as you can tell, I got those little pop movie things back there. Remember when I got them for my birthday? But yeah, look, I get so inspired that I actually start writing my own fantasy stuff. I started to write 2 different books now, but this is the second one I started to do. It's a map. Definitely Tolkien inspired me to do these kind of things. I love geography. Oh. I love geography too. I think that's why I like drawing maps. But there's like, I can't find them, but I drew a bunch of them. You guys really could. This is like the first copy, but then I updated it to the other one. And this is like a close-up of the country that it's the main country that it was going to be based on. And these are shadow elves, I think I called them. Let me see, shadow elves. Yes, so they're like ninja elves. Yeah, don't copyright. Don't copy my stuff. And then they live in a forest where the trees are like the size of mountains. Yeah, I should finish this. Guys, it's a lot of hard work. But you have to put a lot of hard work into writing a novel. Like, you got to come up with the plot, the structure, the characters, and they all have to be good, you know? It has to make sense. The furthest I got was... I need to find it. 1 second. Okay, so the furthest I ever got with my first story I started doing, I got a bunch of... I have like a notebook just full of notes about it. Ooh! I came across another one of my doodle things. Okay, sometimes I just go all out. It's like, it relaxes me when I just doodle sometimes. But these are probably from a few years ago, but. Oh, hello. I like the wizard. But I'm trying to find that map I was telling you about. Of the world. Oh no, I already showed you those doodles. God, there's so many doodles in here. Too many doodles, guys. Too many doodles. I'm trying to find the map. Now this is wasting a lot of my memory on my phone. And I am in need of finding that map. Maybe it's not even in this one. Fuck. Oh yeah, here it is. So, I put a lot of effort into this. I have a notebook somewhere. God, I'm so unorganized. But I have a notebook somewhere. It's literally almost full of just notes about this world I created. And it's basically like a cross between Lord of the Rings and The Last Airbender. And it's super awesome. There's like a big world war going on, kind of like in Avatar. But it was super pumped. I was super pumped. But I didn't want to. I got a little discouraged. I got up to 2 chapters and it was like proper. Like, I worked really hard on it. Like proper. Like it was pretty legit. I mean, I might actually share. Why don't I share? Would you guys? I don't know if you guys will stick around. Do you want to listen to my first chapter I wrote? I don't know. If you do, I guess you don't have a choice. Well, I guess you do, because you could probably just stop watching me, right? Yeah, while I'm waiting for this to load, did I ever show you this, guys? I don't know if I did or not, I can't remember, but this was Lord of the Rings inspired too. And it's not finished, but I'm so proud of it. It's like one of I think it's like my favorite drawing I've ever drew, for sure. Oh my god. It's so bad. I like the eyes on it though. His eyes are cute. I try to get like cute eyes on it. Pokemon. I think I just did that as a joke. Darth Vader. Oh yeah, I did a Darth Vader, guys. Where is he? I remember that. He's got to be in here somewhere. Oh, I didn't again. Of course, I like never finish. Isn't he cool? And that's all in pen too. Yeah, I'm proud of that one. It's like I try to go for like a dark and light kind of thing here. The ring wraith. This is the last thing I'm showing you guys, I promise. So I just love, I don't know why, this little Grim Reaper I drew. I don't know. I like it so much. It's just really simple drawing, but it's like, I love it. Okay, that's enough showing you that shit. Alright, I'm gonna read you my, oh yeah, I was gonna read you my book. Where is it? I hope I didn't delete it. So basically there's like, kind of like, think about like Avatar The Last Airbender, right? So there's like, they have 4 different elements. Mine has like, what, ice, fire, earth, I think. I can't even remember, so yeah. Ice, fire, earth, thunder, or lightning, whatever. Air, water, and steel. Yeah. Thought steel would be a cool addition. So yeah, I think that's it. I was thinking like dark and light too, but for that what I did was I did Sunset Isle and the Moon Isles for dark, but dark kind of like a dark and light thing. So, and that's where the dark owls and the light owls are. See, it sounds pretty cool, right? Right? I don't know. I should get on with this. Maybe I could make a really good book. Oh wow, yeah. So yeah, if you don't want to stick around and listen to this, I completely understand. But here's the reading. The King of Flames. That's what I called it. Prologue, and just yeah. So you guys know, this is the map about the story I'm about to tell. Chapter 1, Sunset. 3 shimmering dragons flew towards the volcanic mountains to the northwest as the sun was setting in the immense valley below. Rays of orange and yellow streamed through the clouds of the flower-covered fields. A cool breeze came whistling through the summer grass. The noise of a trickling stream could be heard just ahead, and the singing of sweet melodies from birds and insects were climbing all around. Much better than studying, Xander muttered to himself. After a huge yawn, he sat up after gazing at the clouds, looked out into the fields, and took a deep breath. The aroma of sweet-scented flowers tingled his nose as he breathed in. Xander looked behind him. He could see the immense skyline of the iconic capital in the distance that kept him prisoner for all these years. Taking a long drag of his pipe, don't smoke kids, Xander wondered if he should ever go back to that overwhelming place. Should he stay on this grassy green hill, forever looking over at its lingering shadow? I'm not scared, he thought. I could easily look after myself. The City of Flames definitely looked a lot smaller from over here, which Xander found very satisfactory. He never liked the idea of being contained behind walls or being surrounded by massive buildings. The walls of the city were always his greatest obstacle, as being one of the very advanced and heavy guarded places on Earth. It was no easy feat to escape or sneak back in, for that matter. Even for 5 miles, even from 5 miles away, there's a bit of spelling, grammar errors here. You could, you cloud, you could still see the Great Wall enclosing the giant structures. Why would anyone want that, he thought, turning away back towards the sunset. There's got to be something out there for me. I can't live in this confinement anymore. While in deep thought, a firefly flew past his face. Dazed by its beauty, Xander stared into its bright, colorful flames that lit up its fiery abdomen. Xander reached out his hand. The firefly landed on his hand. Ouch, he yelled. The bug burnt him. I guess that's real fire. Not being able to leave the city often, Xander didn't know too much about the outside world. All he knew was stories his grandpa used to tell him as a child. Suddenly, Xander heard a noise of a horse galloping. The firefly flew in front of his face again and then flew away towards the tall rider striding straight towards him. The horseman rode a white horse and wore a red cape with silver armor that glistened in the rays of light shining across the valley. The horse shone like moonlight, and Xander recognized him instantly. Great, he said sarcastically to himself. Uncle Xander. Oh, sorry, great, he said to himself sarcastically. Uncle. Xander, Uncle Temporum shouted, looking quite upset. How did he find me, he thought. Simon, he said under his breath. He was mad at first, but then he remembered that Simon was never any good at keeping secrets, and that it was probably his own fault for getting him involved. Xander, Uncle shouted again, getting closer. Yeah, Xander said in an aloof tone. Your mother is worried sick, screamed his uncle. Xander looked worried. You're not allowed outside the castle, especially when you have studying to do. You're lucky that you have such a close friend in Simon, or I wouldn't have been able to find you, lectured his ferocious uncle. I knew it, Xander said under his breath. What was that? Shouted Temporum. Nothing, muttered Xander. His uncle gave him an unimpressed look. And train, we gotta pause, guys. The train. This is actually really good. I don't know why. Like I said, it's a lot of hard work, but I don't know why I stopped doing it. I'm almost done, guys. All right. I hope you guys are enjoying this. So yeah, you're not allowed outside the castle, especially when you have studying to do. You're lucky that you have such a close friend in Simon, or I wouldn't be able to find you, lectured his ferocious uncle. I knew it, Xander said under his breath. What was that? Shouted Temporum. Nothing, muttered Xander. His uncle gave him an unimpressed look. And what makes you think I wanted to study today anyway? Like, especially on a day like today. Can't you see I'm trying to get some peace and quiet? Snapped Xander. If you're gonna be king tomorrow, then you need to be properly educated, yelled Temporum. You sound like Grandpa, Xander moaned, looking all annoyed. He took another drag from his pipe. Don't smoke. Temporum got off his horse, sighed, and sat down next to Xander. You remind me of him, you know. Who? Xander asked. Your dad, Temporum chuckled. Xander looked down at his feet with his long brown hair covering his face. Yeah, I miss him too, Xander said in a slightly sadder tone. I understand the pressure you're under, but that doesn't mean you can go off and do what you want. You'll be crowned tomorrow. I've looked after the throne of Ignis, or until you came of age. Until your 25th birthday. After your father died, I really need to edit this. After your father died, I had to become a father figure and a king, and it wasn't easy, Temporum explained more calmly. Still isn't, he laughed. Xander knew that he had a duty but he just didn't want the responsibility. He looked at his uncle with his orange eyes. It's all just too much being king. Well, it's, he paused. Here, let me get that for you. And with a click of his finger, he lit up his nephew's long wooden pipe. Thanks, Xander, he remarked. Don't smoke. I guess, don't smoke it. I guess I'm just overwhelmed by it all. He said glumly. Well, of course you are, Temporum remarked with great understanding in his voice as he looked up at the sky. The sun was almost setting. What happened to your father wasn't your fault. Xander felt his heart crack slightly. He got up and started walking away with anger in his steps and embers in his hands. He was my brother, Xander. Xander stopped. Just as much as he was your father, and I've never blamed you. You can't keep running away from your problems forever. Eventually they'll catch up to you, and you'll not be ready for them when they do. Trust me on that one, Xander. Temporum yelled. Xander turned around with wind blowing his dark brown hair. A tear fell down his cheek. His uncle glanced back, giving him a look of determination he most often wore on his face. He walked up to Xander and put his giant hand on his shoulder. Xander didn't say anything and tried to hold back his tears. He missed his father so much. Come on, said Temporum softly. Let's go. Uncle Temporum whistled his horse, Ness. And they both clambered on and rode toward the city of fire with the sparkles of tears flying behind the white stallion as the sun finally set behind them. So, I have a whole second chapter too, but I'm not going to read that to you guys. So what do you think about that, guys? It's like, I'm pretty proud of it. I worked really hard on that. So much time and effort. But like, I think most of the effort was like the planning out of the story. Like before you actually even start writing, you know, you gotta really like plan it all out. Like what, you know, like the world, you gotta create the world, you gotta create the creatures, the people, the cultures, the story, like the characters, you know, everything. But all right, well, this is probably going to be a long video, so I'm going to probably leave it there. If you stuck around, thank you. I appreciate it. I put a lot of hard work into that story, and I think I should finish it. What do you guys think? All right, take care of yourselves out there, guys. Love you all.